Welcome back. I'm Pratap here. Today is the 25th October 2025. In this video, I'm going to generate different supply demand zone reports useful to the premium subscribers. Even before that, please note we are providing complete free training on supply demand zone price action. You can access all the training lessons at our NeoStock YouTube channel. So at our channel homepage, click on the tab posts. Then you get access to this post. This post is having YouTube playlist links, 2 YouTube playlist links that are having all the training lessons. The first playlist is having all the training lessons. The second playlist link is having lesson 1.1 to lesson 8.2 examples videos. I'm clicking on the first YouTube playlist link. Now we are into supply demand zone price action course. Here you have lessons up to 30. You just scroll down to the bottom of the page. Here starting from lesson 1.1, all the training lessons are placed in an order. So please go through all these lessons one by one, but according to my training instructions provided at our Telegram channel. You can find the link at this YouTube video description. Once you join the channel, you can find all the training instructions at the old messages or maybe at the pinned messages. So please learn the course according to those training instructions, then it will be helpful to you to become a very good independent trader. Please make use of this opportunity. Now I am generating different supply demand zone reports. The first I am generating daily stocks near daily and 75 minutes time frame. For daily time frame, stocks near to the daily demand zone, we got 8 stocks. Let us identify high liquidity zones. Aurobindo Pharma is having daily high liquidity demand zone. Hutco is having a daily high liquidity demand zone. Max Wealth is having a daily high liquidity demand zone. And MCX is having a daily high liquidity demand zone. So total 4 daily high liquidity demand zones identified from this list. Okay, next stocks near to the daily supply zone. We got 13 stocks. Let us identify daily high liquidity supply zones. APL Apollo is having a daily high liquidity supply zone. Astral is a piercer zone, not valid, but you can use piercer zone strategy that you learned in lesson 28 if it is applicable. Next one, Prestige is having daily high liquidity supply zone. Next, Sonacoms is having a daily high liquidity supply zone. Torrent Power piercer zone, not valid. So total we got 3 daily high liquidity supply zones from this list. Okay, next time frame is 75 minutes. Stocks near to the 75 minutes demand zone. We got 6 stocks. Let us identify 75 minutes high liquidity demand zones. So we got only one stock, L&T. Okay, next for 75 minutes time frame, stocks near to the 75 minutes supply zone. We got 10 stocks. Let us identify high liquidity supply zone. APL Apollo is having a piercer zone. Anybody wants to use piercer zone strategies, you can apply, but not valid for HLQ zone. Siemens is having a 75 minutes high liquidity supply zone. Tata Power is a piercer zone. So we got only one valid 75 minutes high liquidity supply zone from this list. Okay, this is about high liquidity zone identification. Next, I will generate NIFTY and BANKNIFTY supply demand zone chain reports. First, I am generating monthly supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Okay, next I am generating weekly supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next I am generating daily supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next I am generating 125 minutes supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next, generating 75 minutes supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next, generating 25 minutes supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next, generating 15 minutes supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next, generating 5 minutes supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. So this is a NIFTY supply demand zone chain report. Next I generate BANKNIFTY supply demand zone chain. NIFTY Bank is nothing but BANKNIFTY. Generating monthly supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. Next, generating weekly supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. Next, generating daily supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. Next, generating 125 minutes supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. Next, generating 75 minutes supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. Next, generating 25 minutes supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. Next, generating 15 minutes supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. Next, generating 5 minutes supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. So we have completed both NIFTY and BANKNIFTY. Next I will generate bullish, bearish and sideways trade setups. First, sideways trade setup for monthly income trade, entry time frame daily, entry zone, demand zone, bullish or bearish, selecting sideways long, zone achievement violated opposing zone, minimum odd and enhance score 11 for sideways. We got 4 stocks and 1 Pierce demand zone, ignore it. Remaining 3 daily demand zones are supporting sideways long trade setup, sideways long trade setup for monthly income trade. Plan trades only if less than 30.3 video checklist items are satisfied. Next, sideways short trade setup for monthly income trade. Changes are daily supply zone and sideways short. No stocks are available. Next, bullish trade setup for monthly income trade, daily demand zone, bullish and minimum odd and enhance score 12. First 19 stocks in the list, all our entry time frames are daily demand zones. Scrolling the list down, total 23 stocks are filtered, supporting bullish trade setup for monthly income trade. And let's identify high probability trade setup daily demand zones from this list based on 2 different zone confluence and EMA confluence strategies that you learned in lesson 27. Okay, first one is LTF ITF demand zone confluence and ITF demand zone with ITF EMA confluence. First strategy. Let's apply step by step. First, daily and weekly demand zone confluence, that is LTF and ITF demand zone confluence. So this filter is enabled. Okay, daily and weekly demand zone confluence is enabled. Applying the filter, we got 20 stocks. Let's further filter based on weekly demand zone with weekly EMA confluence, because weekly trend is uptrend in all the stocks. So 14 stocks are filtered. So these 14 daily demand zones are having more high probability to get success, provide less than 20 checklist items are satisfied, otherwise higher chances of zone violation. So this is as per the first strategy, high probability trade setup, daily demand zones. Okay, next let's generate high probability supported zones based on the second strategy. That is LTF, ITF, HTF demand zone confluence and HTF demand zone with HTF EMA confluence. Removing ITF EMA filter. In the demand zone confluence, 3 filters I have to set: daily and weekly, daily and monthly, weekly and monthly demand zone confluence. With all the 3 filters, we got 8 stocks. And in these 8, the uptrend supported stocks, that is a monthly trend uptrend, 5 stocks are there out of 8. Let's filter if those monthly demand zones having monthly EMA confluence. And trend on the monthly should not be sideways, it should be uptrend, because it is bullish trade setup. 3 stocks are filtered out of 8 uptrend stocks. So these 3 daily demand zones might be having more high probability to get success, provide less than 20 checklist items are satisfied, otherwise higher chances of zone violation. Okay, this is a bullish trade setup for monthly income trade. Next, bearish trade setup for monthly income trade. Entry time frame daily, entry zone supply zone. Bullish or bearish at daily, I am selecting bearish. Zone achievement violated, opposing zone, minimum odd enhanced score 12. So we got 2 stocks. So these 2 stocks are supporting bearish trade setup for monthly income trade. Entry time frame zones are daily supply zones. Let's verify any high probability trade setup for the first strategy. LTF, ITF supply zone confluence, that is daily and weekly supply zone confluence filter is enabled. Only 1 stock is filtered. Let's verify this daily supply zone, this daily supply zone overlapped with weekly supply zone. Let's verify weekly supply zone having weekly EMA, because weekly trend is downtrend. Weekly supply zone with weekly EMA and trend on the weekly. Anyway, trend on the weekly is downtrend, so it is filtered. So that means this daily supply zone having high probability to get success. Let's check this is having a LTF, ITF, HTF supply zone confluence. Removing ITF EMA filter. Daily, weekly, daily, monthly, weekly and monthly supply zone confluence with all the 3 filters. So no stocks are having a second strategy support. So this is bearish trade setup for monthly income trade. Next, weekly income trade, sideways long trade setup. Entry time frame 75 minutes, entry zone, demand zone at 75 minutes. Sideways long zone achievement VOZ, minimum odd enhanced score 11 for sideways. 75 minutes demand zone should not be pierced. So pierced count 75 minutes time frame, minimum value 0, maximum value 0. That means zone is not pierced. So we got two stocks supporting sideways long trade setup for weekly income trade. Entry time frame zones are 75 minutes demand zones. You should plan trades only if lesson 30.3 video checklist items are satisfied. Okay, next sideways short trade setup changes are supply zone and sideways short. So we got 5 stocks supporting sideways short trade setup for weekly income trade. Entry time frame zones are 75 minutes supply zone. So total we got 5 stocks. You should plan trades only if lesson 30.3 video checklist items are satisfied. Okay, next bullish trade setup for weekly income trade changes are daily demand zone, bullish, minimum order enhancer score 12. Let's filter. So first 17 stocks supporting bullish trade setup for weekly income trade, and all the entry time frame zones are 75 minutes demand zones. So first 17 stocks in the list. Scrolling the list down, total 26 stocks are filtered. Out of these 26, we should identify high probability trade setup 75 minutes demand zones based on two different zone confluence and EMA confluence strategies we learned in lesson 27. Lesson 27. Okay, first strategy LTF, ITF supply zone confluence and then ITF EMA confluence. That is 75 minutes and daily supply zone confluence. First 17 stocks, scrolling the list down, 23 stocks are filtered. In all the stocks, ITF trend, that is daily trend, is uptrend. Let's further filter based on daily demand zone having daily EMA confluence, because daily trend is uptrend. So 12 stocks are filtered. Though these 12 75 minutes demand zones might be having more high probability to get success, provide lesson 20 checklist items are satisfied. Otherwise, higher chances of zone violation. Okay, next let's filter based on the second strategy. That is LTF, ITF, HTF demand zone and HTF EMA. Removing ITF EMA. In the demand zone confluence, 3 filters we have to set. 75 minutes and daily, 75 minutes and weekly, daily and weekly demand zone confluence. With all the 3 filters, we got 11 stocks. That is 75 minutes weekly and daily. 75 minutes daily and weekly demand zones overlap with each other. And weekly trend uptrend stocks, except 2 stocks, remaining all are uptrend weekly trend. Let's filter those uptrend weekly demand zone with weekly EMA confluence. Weekly demand zone with weekly, and trend on the weekly should not be sideways. It should be uptrend because it is bullish trade setup. 6 stocks are filtered. So these 6 75 minutes demand zones are having more high probability to get success. Provide lesson 20 checklist items are satisfied. That is important. So this is bullish trade setup for weekly income trade. Next, bearish trade setup for weekly income trade. 75 minutes supply zone, bearish, VOZ, minimum order enhancer 12, 75 minutes supply zone should not be pierced. Minimum value zeros, maximum value 0. So with these filters we got 5 stocks supporting bearish trade setup for weekly income trade. Entry time frame zones are 75 minutes supply zone. You should plan trades in these zones only if lesson 27 checklist, strategies, two strategies are applicable. First strategy, LTF and ITF supply zone confluence. That is 75 minutes and daily. And daily trend is a downtrend. So let's further filter based on daily supply zone having daily EMA confluence. One stock is filtered. So this 75-minute supply zone having high probability to get success, provide less than 20 checklist items are satisfied. Okay, next strategy, LTF, ITF and even HTF supply zone confluence, and then HTF EMA. Removing ITF EMA. Supply zone confluence, 3 filters I have to set. 75 minutes and daily, 75 minutes and weekly, daily and weekly supply zone confluence. With all these 3 filters, we got 2 stocks. But both the stocks, weekly trend is sideways, sideways trend EMA confluence does not give any advantage. Okay, so this is about a bearish trade setup for a weekly income trade. Next, daily income trade, entry time frame 15 minutes, entry zone, demand zone, bullish or bearish or sideways. At 15 minutes, I am selecting sideways long. That means daily income trade, sideways long setup zones I am generating. Zone achievement VOZ, minimum order enhance score 11, 15 minutes demand zone should not be pierced. Minimum value 0, maximum value 0. With these filters, we got 1 stock. Sideways long trade setup for daily income trade. Entry time frame 15 minutes demand zone. You can plan trade only if lesson 30.3 checklist items are satisfied. Otherwise, higher chances of zone violation. Next, sideways short trade setup. Changes are 15 minute supply zone and sideways short. Let's filter. 2 stocks are filtered. Entry time frame zones, 15 minute supply zones. You should plan trades only if less than 30.3 video checklist items are satisfied. That is sideways checklist items. Next, bullish trade setup for daily income trade. Changes are entry time frame zone, 15 minutes demand zone. Here bullish, minimum odd enhance score 12 for bullish or bearish. We got 11 stocks supporting bullish trade setup for daily income trade. Entry time frame zones are 15 minutes demand zones. But you should identify high probability trade setup zones based on lesson 27 2 strategies you learned. First strategy, first I will generate high probability zones. That is 2 steps. First 15 minutes and 75 minutes demand zone confluence. LTF and ITF demand zone confluence. 7 stocks are filtered. In all the stocks, daily trend is 75 minutes trend is uptrend. So let's further filter based on EMA confluence at 75 minutes demand zone with daily EMA confluence. So 3 stocks are filtered. So these 3 15 minutes demand zones might be having more high probability to get success, provide less than 20 checklist items are satisfied. Otherwise, higher chances of zone violation. Okay, next strategy, second strategy, LTF, ITF, HTF demand zone, HTF EMA. Removing ITF EMA. In the demand zone confluence, 3 filters we have to set. 15 minutes and 75 minutes, 15 minutes and daily, 75 minutes and daily demand zone confluence. With all the 3 filters, we got 3 stocks. So in these 3 stocks, all the 15 minutes demand zones overlapped with 75, both together overlapped with daily demand zone. And daily trend is uptrend in 2 stocks. Let's verify if these 2 having a daily EMA confluence with daily demand zones. and at the same time trend on the daily should be uptrend, not sideways, because it is bullish trade setup. So no stocks as per this strategy. So this is bullish trade setup. Next, bearish trade setup. Entry time frame 15 minutes, entry zone, supply zone. Bullish or bearish at 15 minutes, I am selecting bearish. Zone achievement VOZ, minimum odd enhancer score 12, and 15 minute supply zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count parameter at 15 minutes time frame, minimum value 0, maximum value 0. So with these filters, we got 8 stocks supporting bearish trade setup for daily income trade. Entry time frame zones are 15 minute supply zones. So total we got 8 stocks. Out of these 8, there could be some high probability trade set of 15 minute supply zones that we should filter based on 2 different zone confluence and EMA confluence strategies that you learned in lesson 27. So first strategy, LTF and ITF supply zone confluence and ITF EMA confluence. So let's first LTF and ITF supply zone confluence. That is 15 minutes and 75 minutes supply zone confluence. I am enabling the filter. 6 stocks are filtered. In all 6, ITF trend, 75 minutes trend is downtrend. Let's further filter based on 75 minutes supply zone having daily EMA confluence. Two stocks are filtered. So these two 75 minute supply zones are having more high probability to get success, provide lesson 20 checklist items are satisfied, otherwise higher chances of zone violation. Okay, second strategy, let us apply. LTF, ITF, HTF supply zone, HTF EMA, removed ITF EMA. Supply zone confluence, 3 filters I have to set. 15 minutes and 75 minutes, 15 minutes and daily, 75 minutes and daily supply zone confluence. With all the 3 filters, we got 2 stocks. So these two 15 minute supply zones overlapped with 75 minute supply zone, both together overlapped with daily supply zone. But daily trend is sideways. Sideways trend EMA confluence does not give any advantage. So this is bearish trade setup for daily income trade. We have completed all the 3 income trade reports. Next, I will generate stocks near demand and supply zones for all the time frames except daily and 75 minutes because they are already generated in the beginning. First, yearly time frame, price closed inside yearly demand zone. We got 3 stocks. Next, price closed inside yearly supply zone, no stocks. Half yearly time frame, price closed inside half yearly demand zone, we got 5 stocks. Next, price closed inside half yearly supply zone, 2 stocks we got. Next time frame is quarterly, stocks near quarterly demand zone, no stocks. Near quarterly supply zone, also no stocks. Price closed inside quarterly demand zone, we got 17 stocks. We can further filter based on quarterly demand zone having quarterly EMA confluence. At the same time, trend on the quarterly should not be sideways. It can be up or down trend. So we got 10 stocks. Okay, next, price closed inside the quarterly supply zone. We got 15 stocks. Let's further filter based on quarterly supply zone having quarterly EMA confluence. And also trend on the quarterly should not be sideways. We got 4 stocks. Next time frame is monthly. Stocks near to the monthly demand zone, we got 3 stocks. Next, stocks near to the monthly supply zone, we got 7 stocks. Next, price closed inside the monthly demand zone. First 17 stocks in the list. Scrolling the list down, 23 stocks are filtered. We can further filter based on monthly demand zone having monthly EMA confluence. And trend on the monthly should not be sideways. We got 10 stocks. Okay, next, price closed inside the monthly supply zone. First 15 stocks in the list. Scrolling the list down, we got 30 stocks. We can further filter based on monthly supply zone having monthly EMA confluence. And trend on the monthly should not be sideways. We got 6 stocks. Okay, next time frame is a weekly. Stocks near to the weekly demand zone. We got 13 stocks. Next, stocks near to the weekly supply zone. We got 8 stocks. Next, price closed inside the weekly demand zone. First 18 stocks in the list. Scrolling the list down, total 36 stocks are filtered. We can further filter this list based on weekly demand zone having weekly EMA confluence. And also trend on the weekly should not be sideways. Now the list is reduced. First 18 stocks in the list. Scrolling the list down, total 22 stocks are filtered. Okay, next, price closed inside the weekly supply zone. First 15 stocks in the list. Scrolling the list down, so total 56 stocks are filtered. We can further filter this list based on weekly supply zone having weekly EMA confluence. At the same time, trend on the weekly should not be sideways. It can be up or down trend. Let's filter. Now the list is reduced. First 15 stocks in the list. Scrolling the list down, total 16 stocks are filtered. Okay, next time frame daily already generated in the beginning of the report. So the next time frame is 125 minutes. Stocks near to the 125 minutes demand zone. We got 11 stocks. Next, stocks near to the 125 minutes supply zone. We got 12 stocks. Next time frame 75 minutes already generated. So next time frame 25 minutes, stocks near 25 minutes demand zone. We got 14 stocks. Next, stocks near to the 25 minutes supply zone. We got 5 stocks. Next time frame is 15 minutes. Stocks near to the 15 minutes demand zone. We got 14 stocks. Next, stocks near to the 15 minutes supply zone. We got 5 stocks. Next time frame is 5 minutes. Stocks near to the 5 minutes demand zone. We got 6 stocks. Next, stocks near to the 5 minutes supply zone. We got 8 stocks. So this is stocks near demand and supply zones. In the final report, I am generating stop buffers based on daily ATR. First 17 in the list are indices, remaining all are equity stocks. I am scrolling the list down. Whichever the stock you want to refer, pause the video, study the stocks and then proceed further. Okay, I'm scrolling the list down. So this is the end of the report. Hope this information will be useful to you for your further study and analysis. Let us all meet again in our next video. Thank you.